Hello, welcome back to City Skylines. We're back in Tropicoco, so let's go. So we've set the theme, we've built the road, it's got a connection to the outside world. What else do we need? Well, we need power and water, obviously. Now, with the water, I'm not sure what to do. We can kind of cheat with it and go way off map and just put like a sewage outlet into the sea, which might be worth doing actually, because somewhere over here, it's going to be very hard to build, so it's the perfect place to just hide some of your more ugly features. But the further we build something out, the more we have to cater to it with pipes that are going to be expensive. Since we've unlocked all the progression milestones though, let's take a look and see what's possible. So we can use a water tower. We also have this custom water tower that looks pretty tropical. I think that's a good thing to use. This is going to be a very small kind of area. So we can put like a water tower up on top of the hill here. It's a nice place for a water tower, I think. Out of the way. It'll need electricity, but we can also put some windmills up here as well. Because this is going to be a nice area to capture wind, isn't it? Oh yes, it's a great area for wind power actually. Put some wind turbines up on this ridge. That should be enough to get us started. Now let's add some sewage outflow. So we've got a water drain pipe, which costs $3.20 a week. I want to use a water treatment plant, but it's very expensive. It's $6.40 a week. I think we'll find a way to make it work though, and we're also going to hide it out here behind all of this rocky formation over here. Looks pretty good to me. Perfect. And this is just like a normal water drainage output, but it produces a lot less poo somehow. Don't ask me how, but it does. Okay, so the people have power. Well, they will do when all the things are connected to this region. They'll also have water. The water outlet's got power, and the water tower has power. But the water tower has no city connection, no road access. Does it need road access? I didn't think it did. Well, it's probably fine. Let's see what happens. But now, before we actually start putting houses down, we're going to go into the terrain editor. And this is where I'm going to show you guys how we can add some more sand. Because I want to bring the sand... Oh god, that's a bit big. So we're going to go super small. And we're going to add some sand and bring the sand just right up to the road. And you can see me here just gingerly kind of going up to that road. What we'll do is we'll come the other side of the road in a bit. And we'll erase the sand using the grass tool. This looks pretty good. I like this. I like this kind of crisp border. And there we go. Oh yeah, it looks like the road has caught the sand and it stopped it from spreading into the land. Okay, cool. So these guys have power and water, but because we've made all the progression unlocks available, they're also going to want some other things. Namely, they're going to want some healthcare. We haven't added anything super tropical as far as new hospitals go, but a lot of the hospitals that are in the base game do look pretty kind of tropical. But we can achieve a tropical effect by just adding some trees around it and decorating the area in the immediate vicinity to look very tropical. Now the problem we have is that when we put like a building here, for example, the coverage is not that great for the whole of the cove. So we might have to put a couple of these down. We're going to put one there, and we're going to put one over this side as well. Now, I like the effect that that's had because it's given it this like kind of raised ridge. There we go, a clinic on Lewis Street. Now we need a fire station as well. We can kind of get around the requirement of having more than one by using a bigger fire station. This is 1,400 a week. The regular one is 500 a week, so it's 3 times as expensive. There's also the futuristic fire station, which kind of is halfway between a big one and a small one. If we add that, oh, that's got a lot of coverage actually. We can plonk this down anywhere we want, pretty much. Yeah, let's do that, and we can spread out with some more regions over in this direction, and the fire station should service those as well. Bam, so that's fire and health taken care of. I suppose these guys are going to want a graveyard, but graveyards double up as a nice pleasant place apparently for people. So we're going to plonk that somewhere along this road as well. Although maybe not too near the sea. Let's save that for a second. We have a crematorium as well. Oh, that's quite small and discreet. So It's got a bit more upkeep than a graveyard. Wow, a lot more upkeep. There's also, we've added the Tropical Elementary School. Check this out. It's not got, again, huge coverage, but if we put it near to the hospitals, they have a very similar catchment area. And then last but not least, we're going to need a cop shop. That looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, what I love about the school is, look at that. It looks like, it just looks so tropical. Okay, so we've got our amenities hooked up. We've got our power and water hooked up. What's there to do next? Well, there is trash. Trash is a very difficult one because we don't want a landfill anywhere near our residential zone. However, I was thinking about this area over here. I considered that we could put our industry over here in the form of banana farms, and somewhere nestled in the banana farms, we can have some trash capability. So what are we going to do with these roads? We're going to have to connect these to an area over here where we're going to have trash and banana farms. But instead of adding a roundabout over here, because there's not much room and we're only going to put some light industry here, what I want to do is just make this one-way system go all the way around this area and come back. We're going to have a ferry port over here, so the industry can escape here using the ferry, and it should drive a lot of traffic off of the roads. We've also got the train that comes by that we can feed off and have as another escape for the industry. So the roads shouldn't be too taxed. Now we're going to keep it nice and wavy, as is the way. And now using Move It, we can actually get even more creative with this and just put this in a place that we want it. Here we go. There we are, and we've finished up this. There we are. But if you want to come off of this road and go back over here, we don't want people to have to go all the way around and then off over there somewhere. We're going to have a road that wraps around like that, so people can get back onto this. And that should be okay. That's a kind of cool looking, kind of bit of like a weird papaya. Maybe, if that's not at all what papayas look like, but it doesn't matter, you know what? So yeah, that's going to be our industrial zone. And what we're going to do is we're just going to use this to hide quite quickly a landfill site way out of the way over here. Now it must be placed roadside, but highways aren't roadside. So we're going to have to change these roads, I think, to something a bit less highway. There we go, and that looks pretty awesome. I love the grass in the middle and the trees. It's pretty sweet. And now we'll put that landfill site down over this side of the world. And we're going to put it right over here in the edge. Like right, hidden right away. Bam. Now it's going to need a little bit of power. But then again, so is the industrial area. So we're going to put, again, a couple of wind turbines up on the hills. So they do look pretty cool up on the top of hills. We're also going to need to hook it up with water. And that looks like everything's taken care of. The only thing to try now is, well, no, before we get going, before people actually do start moving in, we need to obviously put down some zones. And we also need to put down some parks. Now, we've got some extra parks we've added from the workshop. They're in the collection as well, so let's check them out. There's the Tropical Theme Park. It costs $1. Oh, now that looks actually pretty frickin' baller. Oh, man, look at this. I thought it was going to be invisible, but that looks frickin' amazing. Color me super impressed. We've also got Tropical Beach Resort. What does this thing look like? Shoreline required. Oh, wow. Oh, no way. So we can actually add a Tropical Beach Resort on the end of this road. And it looks like, that looks so good. That looks literally so good. We can have like a couple of these and they're going to look fantastic. And last but not least, we've got two more. We've got a tropical park here. What does this look like? Wait, what? That's a park? There's nothing there. It's a tree. It's a tree and a bench. What the hell? I guess that's kind of cool if you have like a weird area that's only got 1 by 1 square. But wow, that's pretty budget. That's pretty budget. Oh, what we can actually do, since these areas here are too small, we can put some parks along here. I'm not sure what this will look like, but oh yeah, that actually quite adds to the look of the beach resort. It's pretty cool. All right, looking pretty good. Now all we need to do is paint down. Wait, there's one park we missed, the tropical park here. Now, how impressive is this going to be? Oh yeah, again, this is pretty cool, but we don't want it because I think we're okay for parks. Now, the fun part, let's paint down some residential zones. Now, again, I'm using the paintbrush here. But what I'm also going to do is paint down some commercial shops just here and there, just dot them around. So this can be a shop. We'll put a shop here. That's a good spot for a shop, actually. Wait, no, actually, we're going to keep the beachfront area pure. So I want the area near to this resort to be like not anything. We'll put down a shop near the ambulance and the police. Put a shop here. Why not? Be a couple. Another shop here. And there we go. That looks to be enough commercial. Well, it's probably nowhere near enough commercial at the moment. But we need to make sure that all these areas are connected. So basically, as people move in along this spread of road, it's going to spread the power. So we need to make sure people start moving in over here and go from there. Now, we're not going to have every spot be painted, because what you can get drawn into is the dangerous trap of thinking every single square like this that you can see has to be some kind of zone. It doesn't. I mean, you can have as many or as little zones painted as you wanted. We can have 5 houses along this road, and it wouldn't be very viable. It'd certainly be very feasible. Let's get the big paint tool out now again. Although areas near to schools and things are prime real estate, so we want to make sure we get a lot of areas around there painted. Looking pretty good. Okay, well, let's press go. See what happens. Fingers crossed, nothing explodes. Okay, we've got people moving in. People moving and grooving. Here they come. Got our first tropical house with some trees. It's looking pretty good. Oh, yeah. No power yet. Oh, bad news. But we don't want to risk upsetting people just yet, so I might just bring some temporary power cables around the back. There we go. Now the landfill site is doing its job. Got our first trash truck coming here through the tropics. We're also going to paint another district over here while people are moving in over at the other section of town. We're going to paint a nice big district over here that we're going to call Banana Bay, because I've got a good idea of what we can do over here. Oh man, yeah, look at this. It's turning into the perfect beachfront paradise. Now, once all of these houses have moved in, we can trash these ugly power cables, because at the moment they're just there for infrastructure. I think we need a little bit more commercial, actually. Let's take a look. Right, so not all of the commercial areas have been moved into. Some of them have. But there's not much demand for anything really yet. Oh, the first trash truck is making his way along Snake Way. Oh, garbage truck. Oh, I love the Caribbean vibes, Tropicoco. This is such a cool looking place. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so our dudes are moving in. Pick up the speed. But we're going to call it there for this episode. This has been a couple of episodes now from the first session. We've added a few things to the collection that you can check out. There's a link in the descriptions, so you can go and get the collection. That will always be updated with everything that I've put into the mod. And as I create new areas in Tropicoco, we're going to add new assets, maybe mods, and buildings and things to that collection. So you can go grab it, build your own tropical city at home if you want to, and definitely tweet me any tropical cities that you've built yourself, because I always love seeing what other people have done. But we're definitely going for a really beautiful city here. At the moment, we're not really succeeding in staying ahead on cash. We're minus 6,000, but as, again, people move in, we're going to get tax revenue that should hopefully bump us up. Until next time, guys, hit like and subscribe, ding that bell to get notifications, and I'll see you next time when we go over to what's going to be, we're going to rename it now, Banana Bay, to work on the new industrial zone that Tropicoco Cove so badly needs and desires. So until next time, guys, take care.